Well, good morning, this is Travel Man of Kent. Today I am at the Romney and Hythe Dymchurch Railway, nice and early at roughly 6:30 this morning. I've been given the very lucky opportunity to come down here nice and early and film the light up of Samson and Northern Cheif, who are in service today on the yellow timetable, which is a 2-train service. First off, I would like to thank you, Ellie, from the marketing department, for allowing this to happen today. I mean, I'm actually overwhelmed with the aspect of being here this early, as it's something that I've always wanted to do since being 3 or 4 years old. I've always wanted to be here first thing in the morning, and I've got that privilege today, so thank you, Ellie, for that. So as I always say, let's get that intro rolling. So here we are at the Romney and Hythe Dymchurch Railway first thing in the morning, and I got here right on time for JB Snell to come through with the inspection train that is carried out every morning of every day to make sure that the railway is safe for passenger use. As you can see, there is no one here apart from myself and Seb, who is the firelighter for the day. Before I actually get into the shed, I must get my orange high vis on, and then we can go in there. Yeah.
So it takes a bit of extra time to come round.
Nice. God, I actually can't believe it. I'm like, it's one of those things where you sort of it doesn't hit you until you're here, and you're like, God, there's actually no one here at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, I've never been. Yeah.
Yeah, no, the only people that are here this early in the morning is the patrolman who do the lines.
Yeah.
And us who light up and do all this.
Nice. Yeah, I just caught JB Snell going up to Dungeness.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, glad I caught that. Come back, slowly walking around, and I was like, I can already smell it. I can already smell the steam coming along. Yeah.
Walk up this way.
Yeah. Alright.
Main bit of the.
You're still in a bit of a hangover from the weekend?
Yeah.
When I mention the word hangover, that means, is the railway still feeling it after a successful gala which they had that weekend before? It's one of the galas here. I'm never around for them. I'm either on holiday or doing something else. But brilliant.
Yeah. So our locos today, Cheif is going out, and Samson's going out. So that's turn 1. That's turn 2.
Yeah.
So obviously Cheif's been cold since the weekend.
Yeah.
So they take a bit of extra time to come around, so the fire goes in a bit earlier.
Yeah.
That one was out yesterday, so that takes around about an hour to come around. So that gets a fire thrown in at 7:10.
Nice.
Various bits and bobs.
Yeah.
So the only bits I need to do at the moment is clean out that one. So what we'll do is we'll do an RFM on this one, just ready for match.
Yep.
Basically we just clean out the old fire, clean out the ash pans underneath.
Yeah.
And then get it all ready and rolling to go.
Nice. Yeah.
So,
with Northern Cheese already lit up and warming through, it was time to get Green Goddess cleaned and emptied from yesterday's service. With Green Goddess cleaned and emptied from yesterday's service, it was time to go back to Northern Cheif just to restoke the fire, and as you can see, pressure is building quickly. As Seb had explained, at 7:10 it will be the right to match time for Samson, so let's watch this fire light up, as I believe this has never ever been recorded on YouTube other than clips, so it was a right pleasure watching this light up and eventually building pressure ready for the day. Like Seb explained, Samson had already been in service the day prior, so it was already warm, and with the fire it would only take roughly about an hour for the loco to build up pressure and ready to leave shed. Now that the fire had built up enough heat, it was time to put some coal on the fire. So as I was walking up here, I noticed a lot of briquettes along the tracks leading out from the shed. So I put my hand up to go around and collect all these briquettes and stuff them in the bunker of one of the locos. So let's do it. Here we go. Morning. Just picking up all the briquettes. I thought I'd do my part today. Done my part for the day. Happy days. Now getting back into the shed, Phil and Danny, who are the drivers today with Samson and Northern Cheif respectively, are now starting to take the rags off as both the locos are starting to gain pressure. By that means getting all the lubrication and mechanical parts oiled up ready for today, making sure everything is running as smoothly as possible before dispatching out of the shed. With Green Goddess cleaned and emptied off from yesterday's service, it was time to put the old girl back to bed. As Danny provides a couple more shovels of coal into the firebox, it was ready to dispatch both locos out of the shed. So as you can see, the locos are basically warmed up and ready to go. It's just the final touches of oiling the linkages, the motions, giving them a bit of a clean on the outside and then taking them to the coal bunker. As you can see, Northern Cheif is actually being taken out onto the turntable first, and the reason for that is it is taking the Hythe service first, so it needs to turn around first before going to the coal stage and then taking in the first train down to Hythe. So with Northern Cheif coaled up and watered, it is now on the front of the train ready for the first service down to Hythe, which is at 9:30. I've been told I need to wait for Samson to join onto the other set to go down to Dungeness, because there is only one chance today that they will cross over here at New-Romney today. Samson has just been coaled up and has just been released from the coaling stage and is now going to be watered and then join up with the second set to do Dungeness, which we'll be jumping on in about 30 minutes. And with that, it was the first train of the day. So as you saw there, Samson was actually taking the train back as Northern Cheif was leaving. And what that means is, once Northern Cheif has left, which it will be in a second, once Northern Cheif has cleared the area, Samson will then take platform 2 and then take the train up to Dungeness. So, yeah, pretty good start to the day. whilst here at Dungeness, you can visit the End of the Line restaurant that serves a variety of hot meals including its famous fish and chips, as well as a full English breakfast served all day, sandwiches, snacks, cakes, and hot or colder beverages. Dogs are also welcome in the Barrier Bistro area, which has 5 tables and an outside garden. There is also some pop-up breweries that tend to open on selected days, so check out the website for those days. Whilst waiting for Northern Cheif to come through, I received a message from the railway to say that there is a surprise waiting for me at Hythe. Who knows what that could be? We'll find out in a few minutes. Okay, so I'm actually about to achieve a dream that I've always wanted to do, and that's jump in the cab of one of the locos at Romney and Hythe Dymchurch Railway, and I'll be jumping in Samson.
Coach train. Your coaches are towards the front of the train. Should be in coaches 3 and 4.
Yeah, it's got 2, so we can either use the screw or the handle.
Whilst here on the turntable, I must emphasise that you can purchase footplate experiences here at the Romney and Hythe Dymchurch Railway. That will consist of a full trip or a half trip. The full trip will cost you £195 and that will take you from New-Romney to Dungeness, then to Hythe and then back to New-Romney. The half length trip will cost you £150 and that will be from New-Romney to Hythe, then back to New-Romney, or you can choose to go from New-Romney to Dungeness and back to New-Romney. If you wish to purchase a footplate experience, I'll provide a link in the description below. So as you can tell, it is actually quite tight in this cab. Now, myself and Phil, who will be joining me in a minute, who's the driver for the day, yeah, he actually has to stand more or less when I'm in here. I feel bad because he has to stand and then duck for the low bridges, but yeah, this is actually my first official cab ride in a loco, and we're going to go to New-Romney. I just realised earlier this is actually my first official camera.
Oh, is it?
And to do it on my favourite railway, yeah.
Nothing to moan about that, are you? Yeah, this is quite nice between Hythe and Dymchurch.
You've got a bit of a climb coming out there.
Climbed all the way up to a place called Elmford.
Oh, right,
It's
okay.
quite a steep climb up to there's a set of factories up around the corner, and then after that it kind of mellows out a bit.
Yeah. So when you say earlier you went up to Ravenloft and Goddess,
Yeah.
what was the first time driving up there?
No, I've given quite a few days up there.
Yeah.
It was nice time at least.
Yeah.
It went back to where we were like, they're going on the rear.
Yeah, they're going on the rear turret.
Travel Man of Kent. No worries. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Well, Samson is leaving. I've got soot on my face and I do not care. That was possibly the best experience I've ever had at a railway. Once again, thank you very much to the railway for allowing me to jump in the cab from Hythe to New-Romney. Yeah, oh, I just can't believe it. So in here we'll give you a total history of the railway regarding to not just the Romney and Hythe and Dymchurch Railway. You also see here the Royal Pleasure Park up at the Royal Miniature Railway. You've also got Ravenglass Railway also associated with this, so obviously with River Mite there. Well, sorry, that's River Esk. But it gives you all the total history of the railway as a whole, from when it first started, closed during World War II, to then being reopened by the famous Laurel and Hardy. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, you know, it's nice to see a bit of history like this.
In these days of rapid travel and huge mechanical monsters on the railways,
The beginnings of when people like Sir William McAlpine essentially saved the railway, and obviously you had like Class 73, 118. Actually, that's the brother of 73130 that were both turned into Thunderbirds for the Eurostar. A nice little interesting fact there. And yeah, obviously till present times, obviously like I say, Sir William McAlpine, obviously replicating this shot here with the more modern shot, or the Daltrey just there, because obviously we know he is a massive train fan. Yeah, that's brilliant. Did you not know about that? So in that case, join the Romney, Hythe and Dymchurch Railway Supporters Association. They've literally just purchased that coach and they're going to be looking to restore that as quick as possible and get that up and running. So that'll be quite unique to see that in the future. I also, like I say, suggest you should join them because you do get a number of perks regarding to joining that association. They also do like a special trains every so often as well. You get monthly leaflets regarding to the railway and what's going on. So I highly recommend it.
Now it's time to go and have a look at the model railway exhibition. Now, regarding to the model railway exhibition, you can actually go up there for free if you have a Rover ticket. If you get a timed ticket, it is a £4 supplement, which will be explained when you first go up there.
When you leave, straight away free. So if you get the road ticket, it comes inclusive. If not, okay, that's a new thing, isn't it? Sorry? Is that a new idea? No, that's what I was doing.
Sheila's back from doing her work down at Hythe. As Sheila goes to bed, this is the end of the video. So all I can say is thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. Once again, thank you so much to the Romney and Hythe and Dymchurch Railway for such a fantastic day at the railway, and obviously the weather was absolutely phenomenal as well. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.